Hey everyone, welcome back to Scrapped Superhero, the series where I am making my own version of the Jarvis program and the armor from the Iron Man films. Those of you who have been following the series know that it's pretty slow going, but I still want to keep you all in the loop about what is going on. With SITU, I've had a pretty big update with her since the last video. Basically, I've overhauled how she gets and processes input. For getting input, I've moved from the mscvrt module I was using originally over to running the standard input function on a separate thread. I've done this for two reasons. First off, mscvrt is Windows only, and I want to move SITU over a Raspberry Pi which runs Linux at some point in the future. Secondly, mscvrt only captures individual button presses and not full words and sentences. This is a pain because I don't want to have to come up with a function to glue all those button presses together into a full-on string. With what I've done, when SITU starts up, she spawns a second thread which runs the standard input function, which means you can enter a full sentence and not have to worry about SITU waiting for getting the input while she does other things in the background. With how she processes the input, I've now got two new functions I've now got a couple of other functions that she runs. The original function for act on choice, which is what she used originally to process the button presses, is still there, but it's not the primary parser function. She does have a parser function now, which basically takes the whatever input you give her, then decides which function it should go to and how it should be acted on. If you give her a single character, such as a single number or a single letter, she'll pass that to the original act on choice function, which interacts with the menus, so you can still load menus and see the options and choose options from them. But if you feed it a full sentence, she will choose one of two ways for it to be processed. If it starts with her name, SITU, it gets passed to a get command function where she'll process it and choose which function you are wanting her to do. At the moment, that function command is pretty limited, but I mainly started it up so that it could be expanded in the future and so that I know it worked. If you feed her if you feed her a sentence that doesn't start with her name SITU, it passes to a conversation function, which at the moment the only thing it does is repeat it back to you. She'll say "you said," and repeat back whatever the input was. The next big update is I've started her on the road to natural language processing using the textblob module. This is responsible for actually picking out her name from the input you give her, but I am wanting to expand the parsing with natural language processing, so basically I'm wanting to change it develop her so that you can give her a sentence and she will either act on it by doing whatever function you want her to do, or have some sort of conversation with her. That's down the line, but it's something that will be developed in the future. Also, this change in input both getting and acting on allows me to add speech recognition in the future and makes the integration of that easier. Beyond that, a lot of what's been done has been clearing stuff up, removing things that don't need to be there, such as some of the functions were taking and returning the menu details that didn't need to be done, that they didn't need it, so they're just getting the information and passing it back and not really doing anything on it. I've cleared stuff up, I've moved spaces, I've added the help file for the commands, and a lot of other bookkeeping in the background. What I would like to do with SITU is show more of her working, showing what you see on the screen and everything. Unfortunately, the only way I'll be able to do that and speak to you about what's happening in real time will be pointing the camera at the screen, which isn't that good. The only time I've been able to show you what SITU shows through screen recording, I had to actually record my vocals later. The reason I can't record both screen capture and the audio at the same time is because my computer is ancient and it can't handle me recording the screen and recording my voice at the same time. If I end up discovering a way around this, without upgrading my computer, I will let you know and I'll start doing it. But other than that, it's going to be a case of me talking at the screen or going back to the showing you MS Paint pictures and capturing pictures from the screen. If you have a preferred format of how I've done it in the past, let me know, because you guys at home are the ones that are watching this. And yeah, anyway, I'll leave this here. I'm not quite sure how often these updates are going to come, because I don't want to stick to a schedule, because I don't know how often I'm going to be able to have decent amounts to talk about. So yeah, anyway, I'll end this video here. If you want to see more from me, there'll be over this shoulder there'll be the playlist for Scraps CPU Eval. Over this shoulder there'll be a random video. Under my face there'll be a subscribe button if you want to see more from me. And with that, bye everyone.